Every single vehicle will get an MOT done at some point, and my bike got MOT'd just a month ago, and it could not have gone worse. A friend messaged me and he was like, hey Josh, we're at the club, come join us. And I thought, why not? If I don't drink, I'll be fine. You know, I'll already be in town, I gotta be there tomorrow. I got the MOT, so it'll just save me the travel. I just have to stay awake for the next 13 hours. How hard can that be? It's not like I stayed up the past 18 hours with only 2 hours of sleep, but...
I went to Budgeon's, I got some petrol, on the way to town to meet up with you, and they're at a club. I'm probably not going to go in. I mean, I'm driving. Even if I did go in, I wouldn't be drinking. I'd probably go in, have a glass of Coke, talk to them, be on my way. I don't want to be out too late.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell.
I'm in the wrong fucking lane.
Anyway, the night had concluded and everybody had gone home between 6 or 7 a.m. and I was then alone in the bike park.
MOT time in either an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours and 15 minutes, or 2 hours and 45 minutes. He told me the time on the phone and I was like, yeah, that's good. I thought, I'll remember that. I forgot it. I just need to get my MOT done. I can go home, get comfy, warm. It's a 3-minute drive. I just don't know where that is. Cool. Cool bean, cool whip, cool whip, cool whip.
After I'd been waiting for about 2 hours, I thought, I'll call them. I don't remember what time my MOT is. I thought it was 9:45, but I'm questioning if it's 10:35. And so I called them, and they said that it was 10:35. And I could not have been happier to wait another hour.
Fuck, I thought it was 9:45.
Woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah?
Now, unfortunately, a lot of footage after this wasn't recorded because my camera just didn't want to do it. But here's how it went. Hi, this is Josh.
Hey Josh, it's the MOT Center. We're just calling to let you know that unfortunately your bike has failed the MOT.
How come?
Your rear brake seems to be binding when running, which causes it to stick once you release the brake, and it's a pretty big problem. And your headlamps also face slightly above the regulation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so unfortunately it's not passed. We had two options. Either we can do it in-house there for you, charge you a little bit more, or we can let you take it home, fix it, and we can reschedule a new MOT date for you.
No, it'd be a lot better if you fix it. I wouldn't have a clue on where to start, and I don't want to risk doing that myself.
It sounds pretty good with us. We'll start working on that, if that's alright.
Yeah, no, that sounds perfect.
Alright, sounds good. We'll give you a call when it's ready for you to pick it up, and yeah. Thank you, Josh.
Alright, thank you. Right. About 2 days later, I get a phone call to go pick up the bike. I pick it up, it sounds great, it runs fine. However, I notice that the headlamp indicator on the speedometer is blinking rather erratically. I don't really take notice of this, and I continue on my journey back home and think maybe there's a wire, loose on the speedometer, and I just gotta reconnect it. I park my bike, I reconnect every single cable, and it looks fine. The following day, I have work, leave about midday, so it's nice and sunny, and I notice it's blinking again, but I don't take any notice because I assume that it's just the indication on the speedometer that's flashing, and I continue my journey to work, get there on time, finish my shift. I get back to my bike, and I'm like, bit weird that it won't turn over. I start turning the handlebars around, twisting, leaning either side, trying to start it, and eventually it starts. I begin riding home, and I'm driving in front of my manager and his BMW M3. He's lighting up the road ahead of me, but I didn't know that. However, later on after a roundabout, he turns to the left and I go to the right, and I am plunged into darkness. It's pitch black, my headlamp isn't working, and it's midnight. The county here turns off the street lamps at 12 o'clock to save energy or something, I'm not really too sure why, but I had no lighting. So I pulled over to the left, and I noticed that there was no red glow coming from behind me and slightly, appearing in front of the bike. My brake light wasn't working either. After looking around my bike for a little bit, I decided that I can't leave it here, and I'm 2 minutes away from home. I might as well just drive back. So I used my phone's flashlight for the rest of the 2-minute journey. The following day, I decided to call the MOT center again. Hi, I recently put my bike in for an MOT. It's a Lex Moto Arizona. They recommended a couple places, but, I called the MOT center. I didn't want to pay a ton of money for something that I hadn't caused. It was caused during the MOT. So I decided to fix it myself. After about 6 hours of looking around the bike, taking off the seat, the side covers, the headlamp, I finally found the issue. The black cable terminates into 4 separate cables, and at some point, whilst they were moving the headlamp, the cables split apart. The cables terminated into the headlamp, the brake light, the horn, and the ignition. I went to the shed, grabbed a screwdriver and a mains cable joint, you know, the ones that's like little white thing and you got like 2 little white circles and you screw it to tighten it. One of those. And I took the single cable, the 4 cables, plugged them together, twisted it, tightened it, and it all worked fine. What a journey. I don't blame the MOT Center for this. It's not their fault. They did what they had to, and I guess they just didn't notice it. And it's not their fault they wouldn't fix it. It's just something they don't work on, but they'll MOT it because it's like any other bike. But something I have learned from this is something goes wrong. It's probably the simplest thing that could have gone wrong that shouldn't have. And to check that first.